and welcome to a brand new episode of Sipping Tea with Suzanne, Season 3, with your fabulous host, Positively Suzanne. And I am in the studio today with the one, the only, the phenomenal Mr.
Stop
Manny
it.
Jae Media.
Stop it. I love that introduction.
How
Thank you
are
so much for
you?
having me.
Anytime, anytime. It's always a pleasure when you and I get together.
Yeah,
Like, we have so much chemistry. We have such a fun time. I've been into your studio several
I know.
times. So,
Thank you. I
yeah.
appreciate your presence.
Uh,
It has absolutely uplifted my platform. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you've always been so supportive and so encouraging and honestly, and I think, we both mention each other's names in rooms. So,
Yeah.
we do the same thing and I think we can honestly only get better when we support each other and
Absolutely.
work together. So,
Absolutely. You know, I posted, I don't know if you saw, I shared a post this morning that said,
I've been on social media all day, but tell me.
oh, all right, I'm paraphrasing, so I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was something along the lines of, you can't be my competition because I'm rooting for you.
Beautiful.
And I think that we should all do that. I think
Mhm.
that we should all rooting for your success.
Mhm.
And I think that we should all want other people's success. And I really believe strongly in karma. And I
Yeah.
feel like when you put bad out there, it comes back to you.
Yeah.
So my thing is, what harm is it in putting the good out there and, you know, letting that be what comes back to me? You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
And on top of all that, I really started the Manny Jae Media platform to uplift and encourage and inspire success in our community. So, yeah.
I love that. No, you know what? I think it's important. I think, yes, if somebody's doing something the same as you, essentially, you are competitors,
Yeah.
but it's not your competition.
Right.
Because it's like, yeah, but because I want to speak to other people who are doing what I'm doing to see, you know, how did you do this? Like,
Mhm.
how do I learn if I don't learn from, people like you that are doing the similar things?
Right.
I can't ask a baker how to be, how to be a media personality, right?
Right.
So, and I think, I think that's great. And I think we do have to make sure that we encourage and uplift each other.
And not to be funny,
Yeah.
you reach a whole lot more people in a whole completely different segment of the community than I do. You know different people, and I think vice versa.
Absolutely.
We get to share each other's audiences, and I think that's a beautiful thing. And so, thank you
Absolutely.
again so much for having me.
Anytime with different demographic, but I think that's the important thing. I think there's not everybody's going to be your audience and not everybody's going to be my
Yeah,
audience,
nobody wants to look
but
at me every day, but I'm sure. Well, I mean, might be a little bit different for you because you come with the diva. I mean, you got the shoes, the outfit, the hair. I mean, I want to look at you every day, but you know what I'm saying.
but yes, no,
Sometimes people want to change the channel, so it's nice to give
absolutely.
them that opportunity to do so.
No, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. But listen, I'm excited to chat with Manny, for the hour.
We got a lot going on.
There is quite a bit going on.
Yeah,
So we're going to be talking about a
I'm
couple
scared
of
where
things.
this might go.
Y'all be very, very scared because Manny and I have no filter, but it's all in love.
Yeah,
So listen, I want to say first thank you to my loyal viewers, to those who were with us from season 1 and season 2 and now with us through season 3. We appreciate you. For the first time viewers, we appreciate you. Make sure you go and catch up on the past episodes. They're all on YouTube under Positive Vibe Studio. And then we also have a lot of episodes on the Positively Suzanne on Facebook. So thank you all so much for tuning in. We have such a phenomenal lineup of guests throughout the rest of the year, and so many guests lined up already for 2025. Do want to say shout out to my executive producer, Paulie Anderson, who does make the magic happen,
yeah.
week after week. And also want to say thank you to our sponsor, Paul Anderson Photography. Yeah, it's one of the same. But
But hey, that money's coming in. That's
listen,
all that
but that's what
matters. That's
sponsor,
right.
right? Paul Anderson Photography.
And you're looking for more.
I am looking for
Yeah.
more. So if you're interested in getting your business promoted and advertised on this platform, please reach out. We have different sponsorship packages. But check out Paul Anderson Photography. They're on social media, Instagram. You can contact him for all your photography needs. They do
And
video,
listen, the
headshots, birthday
quality,
parties. Chef's kiss. I mean,
yeah,
y'all see my beautiful pictures, right? Yeah,
yeah,
like yeah.
yeah.
I
I be
mean,
trying to do photography stuff, and
yes,
then
I
I look at
saw.
Paul's stuff,
No.
and so I actually talked to Paul about it, and
Yeah,
he re-inspired me. I don't know if that's the right word, but he
it's
always
okay.
inspires me.
Yeah.
Um, But he told me, Manny, it's okay. You're not a bad photographer at all. You're actually a great photographer. You just
Mm-hmm.
got to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he literally goes out to every single event I see, even if you're not there. I'll
Yeah.
see Paul there taking pictures,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's the quality is there. So I say all that to say, please reach out to Paul Anderson Photography by all means.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen,
You
man.
got me tea.
Yes,
I
I
mean, it
just
is
poured
sipping
you
tea
some
with
tea.
Suzanne.
It's literally
Yeah.
sipping tea with Suzanne, and it is tea, not tequila. I've been asked that before.
So, did you know I don't drink?
Huh?
Do you even care? I don't
Yeah,
drink.
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
I do every now and then
Yeah.
indulge. Like if I go to a party, specifically weddings, for some reason I feel like I want to have a glass of wine. I
Like,
don't know why.
okay.
But yeah, it was mainly when I go to parties, so maybe monthly I'll have
Yeah.
a drink. But I don't know, this past like after summer and fall, I've just been like, nah, I'm
Okay.
good. So yeah, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of the
Drink.
flavor.
Oh, okay.
And also, once I get drunk, which I'm not really sure I know what drunk is,
Yeah.
because I go to sleep. So what's the
Well,
point?
that's good though that you actually go to sleep,
Yeah,
and
I
you
mean,
know
I don't end up in
that's what
jail. That's a
happens.
really good
Like,
thing. Because that be
so
happening.
so you're saying there's no in between to see the jail or sleep.
Well, no, no, no. I'm saying I've seen a lot of people who drink end up in jail.
I
And
This
so
is
I'd rather go
true.
to sleep than go to jail.
This is true.
Well,
This
that's all
is
I'm
true.
saying.
I mean, I think most people know I don't drink, and I think it's funny because I mean I just know I don't. But I found out lately that I've gone to like a lot of places and they don't have anything else. So if you
Yeah.
don't drink, I
What do
went
you do?
to a
How,
place the other
yeah,
day and they didn't even have water. I'm
right.
like, come
How
on.
do you get
And
to
I'm
feel
like,
nice?
and then they had lovely wine, but I was
Yeah.
just like, water? Like,
Yeah.
no, they didn't have water. I was like,
Really?
okay, yeah.
How do you like
I don't.
sober up? Like there should be a
They
method
should
of
always be
if you
water.
drink too much, you could
There
drink
should
some water to
always
kind
be
of
water. There
level
should
out.
always be
Yeah.
water. So, and like when I go, and then so like if I order like a soda or cranberry juice, they want to give me in like a regular cup. I'm like, no, I want in a fancy wine glass too.
Right.
Like, give me my cranberry in a wine
Right.
glass.
Right. Don't nobody need to
Like,
know what I'm doing.
thank
Ain't
you.
nobody's business.
So I do like it. I
Yeah.
do drink from fancy glasses at home. I do all the
Right.
time. I
And why
love.
not?
Why not? I
Treat
love drinking.
yourself with the
I do
best.
always.
Life is too
I
short.
know
We got to be good to ourselves. Can we
always.
talk about that real quick?
I
So
Let's talk. Let's talk about being good to ourselves. Tell
being
me.
good to ourselves, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we sacrifice a lot to, especially you and I, because we're so involved in the community. Well, I shouldn't say you, but definitely I, because you just talked about the champagne glass at home. You're probably already there where you're taking good care of yourself. Where I put so much effort into taking care of others,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I forget to bless myself a little bit.
Mm.
One of the things like people around me get upset with me about is I'm very cheap. And like my mom, she's one of those people. She's like, Manny, if you want it, you deserve it. Just
Okay.
buy it. Like, who cares how much it is?
Okay.
As long as it's not hurting you and nobody else,
Yeah.
be good to yourself. And I think every now and then it's okay to spoil ourselves.
Mm.
And I feel like when you take care of yourself, it makes you a little bit happier. And by being happier, you're able to show up in a better place in the world. Don't you think?
Absolutely. So, I've never had a challenge with spoiling myself.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I love about us. We're complete opposites in everything. You spoil yourself, I don't.
Can attest based on the amount of deliveries
Mm,
at home. And,
that's a good team.
that I'm not afraid of buying
Yeah,
stuff. You know what? I like nice
yeah,
things, and I work hard, and I play hard, and I mean, like to shop. I like
right.
shoes, I like belts, I like bags. I like but it's not all just big things. Like for me, I'll treat myself to a nice chocolate because I'm into tea. So when I go into see TJ Maxx and they have that whole thing of tea,
Yeah.
like I will like do a new tea and I can't wait to go home and try it with a piece of like Godiva chocolate. For me, that's just
Okay.
beautiful. Like it
I
doesn't
never
have
thought
to
of
be
having a piece of chocolate
expensive.
with my tea.
Oh my
That'll
God.
make tea so much more
It's
enjoyable.
amazing. Like I
See,
have tea parties.
I always look at tea like a British thing, and it's like kind of. I mean, you can't blame me for what America media has done to my mind. Okay, that's why we're making our own platforms to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To try to get away from that
Change the
brainwashing.
narrative.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So anyway, yeah, I always thought tea was just like I'm
Yeah.
too hood for tea.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not. I'm enjoying it with you
Tea
now.
is,
But that
listen.
was just my mindset kind of growing
Yeah,
up. Like you're not cool, you're not hood, you're not if you drink
I
tea,
get it.
you feel me? It's
I
like
get it.
But no, that's not the case. And now to find out I can add a piece of chocolate to make the experience even more enjoyable. Yes,
It's
please.
yes, please. Like, because the thing is like I truly believe in, and I've had many conversations with folks who feel guilty about treating themselves in self-care. It's something
Yeah,
that I don't, because I feel like I'm able to show up as me
yeah,
and give the best of me
yeah,
because I take care of me.
right.
Because how can I show up for you if I'm not showing up for yourself? And I
100%.
recognize that that's something that not a lot of people have and can say, and I'm grateful that I can say that, like, so I take care of
Yeah,
me. I do my tea parties, and that's how my tea party started out, right? With doing these things by myself.
right.
But yeah, like so they different places have different things. So Stop and Shop has the best cranberry scones. And
Oh, I like scones.
yes,
I
but not
do.
every they like a lot of places make it and it's dry and
Yeah,
it doesn't taste
yeah.
good. So Stop and Shop makes the best cranberry
So I'm gonna
scones.
ask you, and I don't know if I could mention this brand. Is it okay if I mention a brand on here?
Mention
A
the brand.
major brand?
It's
So
okay.
the first time I ever had a scone was at Dunkin' Donuts. I was like 9 years old.
Okay.
I fell in love with it. I had no idea
Yeah.
what a scone was. I was like, "Oh, I want one of those," just because
Yeah.
it was spelt weird,
Yeah.
and I loved it. So how is Stop and Shop compared to those?
It's really, really good. It's just
Better?
the right amount of moist.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I gotta
Their
try them.
their cranberry
Yeah,
scone is wonderful. And then like Tasty Experience Bistro, who I love, she makes the best croissants. So she makes fresh
yeah.
croissants. So like those are little treats for me. So it's
My
not
mouth is
always
watering
big
so
things
bad.
like, or stop and get a nice piece of like Godiva chocolate or
Yeah,
Lindt chocolate. So, after a long day and I come home, I'm looking forward to just sitting down on my couch. I turn the fireplace on. I have my teapot, my cup of tea. I have some little scones, or I have some chocolate. And sometimes I'll read, or sometimes I just sit there and stare and
yeah.
just
No
sip
CNN,
my tea. Oh, I
no
don't watch
Fox
the
News.
news. Like, no, I like
Yeah,
Fox
we
News
we
is
need a
not
break
even
from that, right?
something that, comes on for me. But
Yeah.
treat yourself. And because it's not a public view, and it's for you. Like,
Yeah.
you're pampering your soul. Listen, come on, man. It's a game
And I mean, it
changer.
makes a lot of sense if you look at it in the thought of us being able to show up in our best capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Compare it
Yeah.
to a car, an automobile,
Yeah.
right? The more you take care of it, the better it's gonna treat you.
Yeah.
The more service you're gonna get out of it, the further
Yeah.
you're gonna get with it.
Mm.
So the same thing goes for us.
No?
We need to treat ourselves so that we can keep going. Because honestly, I feel from the bottom of my heart what you do is very, very important to our community. It's very much needed right
Mm.
now, especially right now. I think communication and human interaction and empathy is
Mm-hmm.
lacking.
It is.
And I love that. And I think a lot of it has to do, we're in the technological era, right? We're in a
Mm.
whole new
Yeah.
way of living and being. And I think human beings are adjusting
Mm-hmm.
to figuring out how to coincide with social media, for example, where, there's a spectrum. And
Mm-hmm.
right now, a lot of people are on the obsessed with social media
Mm-hmm.
spectrum. We need to kind of get back to the middle where we have
Mm-hmm.
our social media lives, we have our normal lives that
Mm-hmm.
involve actual human beings,
Mm-hmm.
and we balance that. And we got to be able to show up healthy and happy in order to best keep moving forward with communication and growth from that communication instead of like there's a lot of heaviness right now.
There
People
is.
coming back and forth and tearing each other down. And
Mm.
what growth and building are we actually doing? Like how are we as a community, as a society, gonna be able to evolve and elevate from where we are? I don't know. It's kind of scary right now. So I'm so glad that you're here, just sipping tea and talking to people. By the way, I also wanted to shout out your last show you did with Robin Kennedy.
Senator Robin Kennedy, yes.
Amazing show.
Thank you.
Um, I am so distraught, shall we
Yes.
say,
We're gonna go there.
from the results of what
That's
happened.
where we're gonna go next.
I wanted to bring up the show to let
No,
everybody
thank
know.
you.
Please go back and watch that show because it is so. Robin's amazing,
She's
and
fantastic.
she's such a healer. I don't even know if she knows or recognizes
Yeah.
that, but she is such a healer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she is. She's very I think she's very empathetic.
yeah.
And she just really picks up on the nuances from others, and I think that she understands that we're all human being and we all have different places in life. And one of the things, we addressed on the show, and she talked about, she does recognize her privilege. And sometimes, like, we all have some sorts of privilege in some way or the other, right? And I think understanding that,
Yeah.
and understanding like why it can make other, it sometimes it gives us an advantage. But no, thank you. I thought it was a great show. I always enjoy having Senator Kennedy. And we're gonna go right there because, like, so the show was supposed to premiere the day after the election. Obviously, I thought we would be in a much better place
Right.
than we ended. And so it was a really rough day for me that Wednesday. And I
Yeah.
had reached out to her and I said, "Hey, listen, I know the show was supposed to be today, but I'm like, I started crying at 5 a.m. this morning."
I don't
And,
know how you did it.
like,
I have no idea how you
so we
did it.
didn't do it the show.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We
Oh, you
didn't
didn't do it.
like we didn't do it the Wednesday. We did it the Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. So like yeah, and and I guess we blocked out that day, right?
Yeah.
And
I think a lot of us had to.
it did. But how are you after the election? I wanted to ask you that because I know that I was on your show
Yeah. We had
the
such a great
night
time.
before. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you for
And
coming.
I I'm
Either way.
shocked and I'm not shocked. I
Yeah.
was truly like impacted by the election results. And we won't give evil a name,
Yeah.
but well, let's just say 45.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm on the whoopee train. And if you know, you know.
45 won again.
Yeah.
And that was devastating for me. So, how are you feeling after election? We won't make it a show about politics, but I really thought that you and I always had such great dialogue
Right.
about the political nature, and I really appreciate all that you do in the community, and your ability to speak to so many different people in the community on different spaces on the political spectrum,
Right.
and be unbiased and really give the community the unvarnished truth,
Yeah.
because it's very rare that you can find media where it's unbiased and you just hear from the candidate themselves. I mean, this current social media political forum, they will lie to your face. They will say it 1 minute, and even with the evidence, lie again. So I really do appreciate what you do on Manny Jae
It's so
Media.
hard.
I am
It's so
sure
hard.
that it's hard, and
Especially when you're
yeah,
sitting there, they're talking to you, and you have this little glimmer of hope, right?
yeah.
And then you go away, and, the show ends, you go your separate ways, and then you see that everything that was just sat there and said to me turned out to be a lie.
Mm,
Um, but yet you still have to keep working with these people, right?
mm,
So I can't really react in the way I actually want to.
mm.
Actually, it's probably best
That's
that I don't
media.
react.
Can't.
Um, and so that's part of my job. Okay. And
Mm,
I just want to make it very clear to anybody watching. And the same thing with your show,
yeah.
Positively Suzanne. I'm sorry. Sipping Tea with Suzanne. Sorry. I always do that to you. What is wrong with me? Anyway, um,
I know you watch it,
I
so it's
caught it.
okay.
I do watch. I
I
love the
do.
show. And mainly, I love your guests. So really, go back and watch the other shows. Um, but our platforms are not representative of our personal beings. And I
Mm,
really hope that everybody could separate that.
yeah.
And I hope that I show that by bringing people on and being very kind to them, by the way,
Mm,
who have different political views than I do,
yeah.
and asking very unbiased, kind of neutral
Mm-hmm.
questions
Mm-hmm.
to both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So, Manny Jae Media is a transparent, um, very broad spectrumed platform.
Mm-hmm.
Manny Alvarado, on the other hand, is a human being with feelings, with
Yeah.
3 black sons. And I'm going
Yes.
to say that until my dying breath because
Yes.
it matters.
It
And it
does.
matters
It does.
hard. I am a very light skinned Puerto Rican man, white, some may even say, very privileged from a distance until you
Mm,
get to know me and my name. Then it
mm.
becomes a little bit of a different story. If you know, you know. um,
Okay.
I'm sorry, Paul. So I did not expect the show to go this way.
Go
So
on.
say all that to say I am directly affected by a lot of the crazy behavior that
Mm,
is happening out there, that has been happening out there.
mm,
Um, and it's not easy. and it's really really hard to be neutral and unbiased because you want to fight for yours, right?
Hmm.
Like your daughters, you want
Yeah.
to fight for them and make sure that they have the
Hmm.
bro,
Reproductive rights? Absolutely.
your daughters
It's
have
their
less
lives.
rights than you did.
Yeah. Scary.
It makes me want to cry.
Scary.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your daughters are amazing, by the way. They
Thank
always
you.
show up. They're always involved. They're always engaged. They're beautiful young women, girls. Um,
Yeah. My babies. My
that
babies.
I just yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, and to think that our government can have an impact on
Mm,
our um, direct selves and families like that
mm,
is mind-boggling, especially in 2024 when we
mm,
have communication. We have all the knowledge we need to have in the palms of our hands with that
mm-hmm.
little device we all love so dearly.
Yeah.
Little do we know, we don't use it enough to educate ourselves. Just
Mm-hmm.
try doing that more.
Mm.
Um, to answer your question, I'm not well. I don't know if you picked that up by now. I'm struggling. And the reason why is because I know what my job is and I have to pull
I
myself
know.
together in order to do it because we have a municipal election coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly than what happens on the grand scale on the federal
Mm-hmm.
um
Our city. It's
polyscape,
important.
um everything that happens up there starts down here. You know,
Absolutely.
you got to clean your own house before you can go clean in the rest of the world, right?
Absolutely.
Um so I got to get myself back together to start cleaning our
Yeah.
house.
But it's okay. Hey,
It's not easy though. I've been struggling.
and thank you for saying that. But it's okay for you to take some time because the results of this
Yeah.
election, it's not because that we lost, because we've lost before. Not everybody that we have voted for has
Yeah.
won, right? But I think it's because we know.
Well, my first time, I voted in the 2000 election.
I voted for Hillary, like
No,
not the
no, no.
2000.
Was it
I voted,
2002? Sorry,
yeah,
with Al Gore and George Bush.
yeah,
Um, so that was my first taste of politics and
yeah.
a kick in the nuts. Can I say that?
I mean, you did.
For voting.
You
Okay,
kind
thank
of
you,
did
thank
for,
you. Um,
and your team
so I
lost,
get it.
right?
Yeah, I mean,
Right. I mean,
I
George Bush
voted
was George
for
Bush.
Al Gore. So yeah,
And that's the thing is, because, and even in 2016, like I was devastated when Hillary lost because I really would have liked to see, a female president. And I wasn't a fan of
but
the guy that won,
it it
but
it,
I didn't know the
it hurt so
evil.
much less then.
It did
Like I expected it so much
because
more.
we didn't know the evil that he was capable of.
Yeah.
But now we
I
know.
mean, I guess I still like The Apprentice and things
And
like that. I was still not.
never watched it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great show. I'm
Never
not gonna
watched it.
lie.
I'm not a fan of
Um,
reality TV,
yeah,
so I never watched it. I was just never a fan. I will tell you this, and I will freely admit, like from the very first time I saw that man, I just was never a fan.
bro, just looking at him,
Like
right?
I thought he was a narcissistic
He's one of
man.
those faces. Like he
Like,
just, you know
yeah.
how they say he got a punchable face. He absolutely has a punchable face, and I'm not violent at all. Like, but you know, there's just
So
some
we're gonna reel it in,
faces
and yeah.
that you
So
just.
again, so not well, but
Yeah, not well at
not
all.
well.
Can you tell? I
But
needed to take at least the first week
and
off,
you did,
and I
and
did
I'm
that.
glad you did,
Yeah,
and because that's important.
yeah,
But here's the thing, and I had the conversation with Senator Kennedy, and I've had the conversations with a few individuals, and there's a few platforms and people that I listen to and I watch, and I think we can't stop though.
I know.
So because
I want to really, really, really
as you
bad.
mentioned, I have two young women.
Yes,
You have three black boys.
yes,
There's absolutely no way you can stop
yeah,
because you have to continue to love them, to educate them,
yeah,
and you have
and advocate
to,
for them.
yes, you have to advocate for them. You have to fight for them. So as long as we have breath in our body, we are going to
Yeah,
continue to fight. And not only for my daughters and your son, we're going to fight for, women's rights, reproductive rights, LGBTQ
right,
rights. We're going to fight for human rights, immigrant rights. We are going to have to, for those who have the ability and the privilege to not be worried about certain things,
right,
because I think we all have something to worry about, right? Regardless of what happens when the current dictator comes into power,
yeah,
right? We all have something to worry about, but I'm not going to fight just for my rights. I'm going to fight for the rights of everybody else
yeah,
because I think fundamentally we all deserve to have a life that of freedom, space to be ourselves, and to just love.
Yeah.
Like I think we all do that. So I
And to
think,
not have anybody encroach on those freedoms.
and
Um,
it's being
I feel like
encroached upon.
you should, okay,
I
live and let live.
exactly. And I think one of the most challenging thing for me, honestly, and it's for, and I want to say this to all sexual abuse survivors. I sympathize with you. I'm holding a special place in my heart for you because, I think there's such a shame and stigma for sexual abuse survivors. They don't report it because oftentimes they're not believed
Nobody
right.
cares. Nobody does anything about
And
it. Yeah.
when you look at a president that's been convicted.
Yeah. You're setting a precedent,
You're
by
setting
the
a
way.
precedence. You have the Supreme Court justice that he nominated was accused of sexual assault. You have the person that he's nominated for Attorney
Attorney
General,
General.
that will have one of the highest clearance, right? And will
What?
then have access to his own records and all his accusers. You find that, it's not only that, like sexual assault,
Yeah.
like with minors and things like that. So I know that you might be feeling like there's no point for me to report it, and do not feel ashamed.
Right.
Still report it. There's still so many organizations and individuals that are still fighting for and advocating rights. And like that really touches me deeply.
Right. And people
Um,
need to be held accountable. At the end
absolutely.
of the day, even if someone makes you feel uncomfortable, and I've been in this position before
Mm,
where I've made people feel
mm,
uncomfortable. Okay. It's all about the accountability,
mm,
learning from what you did, what your role or part in the situation
mm-hmm.
was, owning that, learning from it, never doing it again.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's the problem we have in this country with not just people who really, really like commit really atrocious sexual assaults, but people who feel on any level, I don't care what level you feel that you were violated on,
Mm,
you should be able to say something and people should be able to do
mm,
something about it. All
mm.
right. Even if that's as little as accountability, learning from it and not
Yeah.
doing it again, right? Or something as big as jail time, for example. But I don't think it should be swept under the rug. I think that everyone has a right to be heard,
Mm,
and victims especially have a right to feel like they're vindicated and
mm.
justice has been served. I truly believe that.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
for those of you, please continue to report. And for those that are fighting the good fight, thank you for all
Keep
that you
fighting.
do.
Keep showing up.
Keep fighting. So, thank
And
you
if no one
all
listens
for
to
that.
you, keep talking. The squeaky
Talk about it.
wheel gets the grease. I'm saying.
Like, listen,
That's why we got a lot of grease going on here
you
because we talk.
utilize. Are you talking about the grease in my hand? I do love me some good grease. But no, thank you. So, we're gonna segue from that for a minute. Thank you
Yes.
for sharing your thoughts. I do
Yes.
understand how, passionate we both get about it, and we could certainly spend the entire hour, but all I could say is we're not gonna give up
Well,
the fight.
and
We're gonna
I know
keep
you want to
fighting.
segue from that, but I just want to say,
Go on.
our daughters, although I don't have one, I do have a granddaughter.
I mean, what's
Um,
you trying to say? You have a daughter on the way?
yeah, no, no, I'm done. Completely done. Trust and believe that you will not see no more.
No, little
No,
Manuela.
no little, nope, no little man. Nothing's coming out of me. Um, but the fact that our daughters have less human rights than,
Yeah.
I can't say we did, but women had
Mm,
in the past 20, 30, 40 years,
yeah.
it makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's a lot of people out there that are okay with that
Yeah.
because, whatever reason they felt compelled to vote for that
Hate.
particular thing.
Hate and misinformation.
I mean,
Hate and misinformation. I think that
and
fuels
it's a
this
slippery
election.
slope, isn't it? Once you start taking rights away,
Yes.
anything you don't like,
Anything.
you
That's
could
but that's
start,
how a dictatorship
I
work,
think,
right?
I think like Project 2025, one of the things that they want to do is repeal the gay marriage thing too. But you get mind your business.
Yeah.
If you ain't marrying nobody gay, why you caring about who gets married?
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It blows
Yeah.
my mind.
It blows my mind, but like I said, there's a lot of folks that are galvanized to do things. So
Yeah.
Democrats, let's up our game.
Yeah.
Let's
And I
do
mean, we
this
got to come together and we
like
got
we
to fight
do.
back.
We absolutely do.
There's a lot of things that are going to be just because he says he's going
Oh,
to
yeah.
do them doesn't mean he can actually do it. One thing I love about the presidency in the United States of America is it's all a farce. You guys realize that, right? It's literally just a figurehead and
I'm
a
so glad you're no
face
longer doing a political show, but go on.
to represent to represent
Yeah.
what America stands for,
Yeah.
right? Which is what pisses me sorry, which is what upsets me so much about this current election
Mm,
is the results showed what Americans stand for.
they do.
Okay? And that breaks my heart.
It does. It does. Hate and misinformation. But you know
Yeah.
what? We're not going to let it it's not going to stop us from being who we are, right?
Yeah.
We're going to continue to do. And as you mentioned, we do live in a city. So get involved in your local elections. We do live in a city that the elections are coming up. And, I've had some exposure to a lot of things. And,
Yeah.
I was very privileged the other day to go attend the State House and go to the Citizens Legislature
I saw that.
Seminar. It was very nice. It was,
Congratulations.
thank
Well, I
you.
don't know if congratulations is the
Yes.
right word, but it's nice to see you
Yeah,
there.
it was very
Yeah.
lovely. Thanks Senator Robin Kennedy and Giselle Rivera Flores for recommending me or sponsoring me and getting me there. And I got to do it with my lovely Yolanda Ramos Guzman, and it was really very informative. And so stay tuned
Yeah.
for
We're going to be
things
seeing some
coming.
more from that, huh?
Stay tuned. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, no,
Got a
thank
lot
you,
of good guests
thank
coming up.
you. So, but listen, Manny Jae Media, you are doing so much in the community, and
Yes.
congratulations. You
Thank you.
are is it a filmmaker or a documentarian? Like you got,
So,
tell me about it.
yeah, so we did this amazing documentary. Shout out to Hollywood Film Group and my
Yes,
executive producer of interviews, John Keogh. Well, he's actually executive producer of Manny Jae Media. He does a lot of
yes,
our production work. Um, he knew, God, I'm messing up the name, Sam Capaldi, I want to say.
Just go with Sam,
Yeah.
Manny. Yes.
Um, and they had this poetry group that performs every Monday at Ralph's Rock Diner in Worcester. Every Monday, I believe, starting at 8 p.m. You can go down there, check it out for yourself. And it's just a safe place of expression and creativity.
Mm,
So there's no real right or wrong. You can go there and you could sing a song, you could say a poem, you could play a guitar, you could stand there and just maybe show different color sheets of paper if
mm,
that's what makes you feel like a way to express yourself and
yeah.
connect with the audience. It's so cool. And so, anyway, we wanted to show what it was like to be a newcomer, what it was like for the people who have been there since the
Mm,
beginning. And yeah, so we did, and John actually submitted it to a film festival. Oh my God, I think it was in Spain or Italy,
mm.
and we actually got an award recognition for that. So that's pretty cool. An international
International. I was just gonna say
award-winning director.
international.
So I will take it.
I
Yeah.
love it. Well,
Um,
congratulations. Very
so
proud
it
to
was my
see.
first directorial,
Hmm.
actually my second. I did a nope, nope, no, no. It was my first. Sorry, I was a producer, director of photography on the other one.
Hmm.
But this one, I was actually director of
Yeah, yeah.
the whole show. Um, and yeah, it was amazing. We had a red carpet release, which a
Yes.
lot of people attended to my surprise because I mean, I just didn't expect anything.
Yeah.
A lot of people love it, and we're working on new ways to get it out there to the community. So yeah,
Hmm.
Manny J Media doing big things in
It
the
is.
film industry
I
now.
love it. I'm so
So
happy.
I want to stick probably to documentaries because it kind of correlates with what I already do. You know,
Hmm.
I talk to people, quote unquote interview, more of a conversation podcast type deal.
That's an
Um,
interview.
but you know, we talk to
Hmm.
people, so the documentary is more um, the visual piece to the
Hmm.
people we talk to. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We got a
Hmm.
lot more projects coming up, and we have a lot more different types of projects coming
Hmm.
up. And the other thing I really want to talk about, it brings us kind of back to the beginning where, you know, we're rooting for other success and nobody's competition.
Yeah.
Hollywood Film Group
Yes.
was an organization, is an organization that was kind of derivative out of Manny J Media, if you
Hmm.
will. So John started with Manny J Media initially, and through the growth of Manny J Media, was then able to build and grow his own company.
Hmm.
Right. So Hollywood
Fantastic.
Film Group is not a Manny J Media company. It's not a Manny Alvarado company. This is of somebody else's own
Mhm.
creativity and heart
Mhm.
and soul put into it, and it's grown into its own organization and entity, which I love and I applaud
I
all day long.
appreciate that. I love it.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
And now
So tell me
Hollywood
what's
Film.
going on with that, because
Wait,
there's something
yeah,
exciting.
yeah. Oh, I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but
Yes,
Hollywood Film Group just was able to. They own a great Hallmark film,
I know.
and it's called A Soldier
For
for
Christmas.
Christmas. Thank you. Because you know I'm terrible with names. I wanted to say A Soldier Home for Christmas, so thank you for having that. But it's A Soldier for Christmas, and Hollywood Film Group has it running for I believe 2 days at the Showcase Cinema in Blackstone Valley, which is amazing. I don't know anybody who has a
Yeah.
film in Blackstone Valley,
Yeah.
but now I do,
Yes,
and it happens
Showcase
to
Cinema
be
in Blackstone and the
my business
posters
partner.
there.
How
Absolutely.
amazing
So
is that?
kudos, John.
And Leanne,
Yes, and
shout out to
Leanne.
Leanne because she's a big. So for those who don't know, Leanne Sylvia, she has her another entity, another organization that was born out of the three of us coming together and
Mhm.
building Manny Jae Media. Um, it's Leanne. Oh my God, Productions, or it's LIPS. So it's really cool. Lean into production. Oh my God. I remember it by lips,
Okay.
which is I think cute.
Okay.
So anyway, Leanne and John have been working really hard and getting that movie at Blackstone Valley. So yeah, we're doing that too. And
Yes.
then on top of everything, I really want to make a special announcement here on your show. I don't
I'm
think we've announced it anywhere else. I know John did
just hearing to
did
hear.
post something, but I'm gonna say it
Okay.
for the first time. One of my favorite movies when I was a kid was The Toxic Avenger.
Okay.
A lot of people may not know about it, but go look it up. It's a great movie.
The
It's a
Toxic
B movie.
Avenger.
It's very campy and corny.
Okay.
But it was one of the grown-up scary movies, if you will, that I was allowed to watch when I was like 5.
Mhm.
Okay. It came out in 1984. Anyway, for the first time in about 40 years, as old as I am, the original cast would be coming back together
Nice.
under a production that Hollywood Film Group and Manny J Media working very close with. You might have heard of it last year. It's coming back this year, and it's going to be 2 days instead of one, and that is the Dead of Winter Horror Film Festival.
Yes.
And they're going to be hosting the original cast from the original Toxic Avenger movie for the first time in 40 years, coming back
That
together,
is
reuniting. It's
wonderful.
amazing. I'm starstruck. I cannot wait. If you're not starstruck, I'm telling you, go look up the movie, watch it, have a good
Okay.
time, and then you'll understand. And then
Okay.
come back. Lucky for you guys, you have plenty of time. Dead of Winter is in February of this year. I'm sorry, of 2024. Sorry,
2025?
you know what I meant. Exactly. 2025. So you got plenty of time to get yourself caught up. And we're going to have so much amazing things happening there. Yeah, so you guys definitely want to get your tickets now. Believe it or not, they're almost sold out. So you want to get, don't wait till February. I promise you want to get them now. And you can go to a Dead of Winter, I'm sorry, Dead of Winter Horror Film Fest on Facebook, Instagram, and also they have a website. So
All right, wonderful. I did attend last year. I did
yeah, did
attend
you
the
like
red
it?
carpet. So I'm not a horror movie person.
Yeah,
Like I really get
yeah,
terrified. So I truly respect what you did and I thought it was
yeah.
incredible, but
Well, thank you so
I
much for
can't watch
showing
the
up.
scary.
Yeah,
I
I
can't.
appreciate you coming to
Like I
support
can't watch
us.
the scary and then
Yeah,
like when I walked through and like all the people jumping out
yeah,
and
yeah.
like that, like my heart was in my throat. I went to support you.
Thank you so
But
much.
Lord,
Yeah,
like you
it's
I
supposed to be even scarier
yeah,
this year. A lot
so
more people involved.
yeah, I couldn't watch
Yeah,
I couldn't watch the screenings. Like I had to get out. Like I can't.
yeah.
I don't watch scary movie. To this day, I haven't watched Thriller in its
Oh
entirety
my God.
because it's scary.
I mean, so, by the way, when you think of Thriller, that'll give you a
It's
little taste of Toxic Avenger. It's kind of that how that looks,
but
but such good. Like
it
Thriller
was
is like one of the best
the
horror
greatest
films
thing,
ever.
right?
Yeah,
And it's Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson, but like, let me tell you,
yeah.
so I can't watch
Not
horror
even
at
like
all.
during the day holding Paul's hand.
And I'm
Oh,
not because then I have nightmares at night.
oh yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
the
It
funny
sticks with
thing,
you.
it
Yeah,
does. And then like my daughter, like
she loves
both
horror, I'm
my
sure.
kids, both of them love it. Even like the 11-year-old, like my husband and
Yeah.
they just watched some show. I don't even know what it's called. And like I genuinely can't watch it. I remember watching like I Know What You Did Last Summer. The Quiet Place.
No,
A Quiet
I thought
Place.
he said quiet, please. I'm like, is he stopping the show? A quiet place, okay. Yeah,
To be quiet. I was like,
all
wow,
right.
like
Quiet on
yeah,
set.
yeah, Quiet Place. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Like, and I love John Krasinski and Emily Blunt and all of that. And the
yeah,
new one, A Quiet Place, Day One with Lupita Nyong'o. And I'm just not gonna watch it. I
yeah,
cannot watch horror. I'm just 100% can't handle it. Um, just can't.
yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot. I enjoy what you do. I support you. I will
Thank you.
show up. I'll walk the red carpet. I'll do the tour. I'll buy something from a vendor. But if it's hard, like I don't do skulls and. But again, to each his own, right?
Yeah.
My kids are into that. Like it terrifies me.
Wow.
Yeah,
I never knew. Look, now you
yeah.
know. Now you learned
So
something
and
very
so
personal about Suzanne
exactly,
today.
and so
Yeah.
it's funny. So you know how I'm born on Halloween, right?
I did not know that.
Okay, you didn't know it's my birthday on Halloween?
I did not know. I'm so sorry. Happy belated birthday. And did I wish you a happy birthday? I'm the like worst friend ever.
You
Happy birthday. I
thank
love
you,
you.
thank
Mwah.
you. But I don't
So now
celebrate.
I know. I'll never
Yes,
forget it again.
yeah, I don't celebrate Halloween, not
Wow.
even a little bit.
So I want to say, like, Halloween doesn't have to be about scary and
I
horror and
know.
stuff like that. You could dress up as like a beautiful
But again,
princess.
I do celebrate
I mean,
International
you
Suzanne's
dress up as
Day.
a beautiful princess every
Oh,
day,
thank
but
you. I do celebrate my birthday. Like, so, but
okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't do anything
But
horror
you
or
don't need the
scary.
skulls and the
I
spiders and the
can't.
witches and all
Like,
that
I
stuff.
can't.
Yeah.
It is truly terrifying
I
for
love
me.
it. And you know what? I love it so much that a lot of horror movies don't phase me and they actually upset me to the point where I'm like, oh, that was boring.
I would
And
never
I don't
watch
like
it.
it.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Oh my
Like,
God, I love horror.
I can't. What would I see? My daughter, the younger one, wants to watch Five Nights at Freddy's. It's something on
Yeah, yeah,
Peacock.
yeah, yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but I
Yeah,
want to.
I know. I
Yeah,
know what you did last summer. I remember
yeah.
that. It was like it was like what it was all
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
campy and whatever.
I know
Like
I used to
even
have the
that was
biggest crush on her.
terrifying. Yes, I do.
You heard it here first.
She's on she's on 911 now.
Yeah. Is
The
she
show.
acting?
She is. She's still acting. Yeah, remember she
Oh,
was
I lost her.
yeah, yeah, she
I
was
lost
on
track of
Ghost
her.
Whisperer.
Yep, I remember that was the
And
last thing I remember her
like
being on.
yeah, and then
Yep.
she's on 911 and like she's
Okay.
pretty good. I love her. I
Yeah.
do. I do. But yeah, so no, I will
I've loved her
support
since
you.
Kids Incorporated. Are you
Like yeah,
familiar?
I don't know Kids Incorporated, but I only know her
Wow.
from
So it was like
I know what you do.
1989.
Okay.
That's how old it was. On Disney Channel. It was like a
Yeah.
musical kids, like kids would sing on the
Yeah.
show basically. And she was one of the singers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
Great,
that.
great
I
show.
love that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, I'm on Party of Five. She was on Party of Five. I
Okay, I
loved
see.
her on Party of Five.
I did not watch that.
Yeah, it was that's my type of
Yeah.
drama, right? Dawson's Creek, Party of Five,
Yeah.
Melrose Place, 90210.
I think I was too young for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just,
I
and
mean,
I'm a boy.
I was too young, but okay.
Yeah. Well, no, well, I'm saying I think I
Yeah.
just it wasn't interesting to me because they're
Hmm.
more. I don't know if this is the right thing to say. Please don't cancel me, but I don't know. I think they were more like the demographics was more
Geared towards
females.
us, and it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's absolutely okay. I mean, you guys had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was watching. You
That's what my
hit the
brothers
nail on the
watch,
head.
and Ren and Stimpy, which was so gross.
Right.
They was so
It was
gross.
great.
In Beavis and Butthead and things like that. They were so gross.
National
I thought
treasures.
they were gross. I thought it was so gross.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so like anyway, you were finding out way too much about me, but I have a weak stomach and
We love that.
I can't handle
Good.
like all that. But no, congratulations.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to
Thank
walking
you.
the red carpet. I won't do the
It's actually
screaming.
black carpet.
Oh, sure.
I just gotta make sure we point that out. So we do
Walking the
have a black
black
carpet
carpet.
this year.
Yes. Yeah.
We had it last year. We're gonna expand the black carpet dynamic and engagement. So everybody who comes through, they get to walk our amazing spooky black
Yeah.
carpet. And then they get to stop and talk to me for a little bit before going on
That's
into
a
the.
testament of how much I care about you that I
I know.
came
I
because I
love it.
don't do
Thank you so
anything
much.
horror at
I
all.
love you so
Like
much. I had no idea.
100%.
I know, because
So,
when I invite you to things, I
yeah.
also expect you to enjoy them. So to
Yeah.
know that you came just to support and you
100%.
weren't really enjoying it
I
because spooky
100%.
things, thank you so
Like
much.
even the decor, like
Yeah.
oh my god, and then like you go in the room and like the vendors, they have these scary thing, and like that's why I can't do like Six Flags when they have like the fright thing.
Yeah.
So
Or Spirit Halloween.
yeah, I don't.
Have you seen any of
I
those
don't.
like TikToks where like their
Yeah.
displays are jumping out at people?
I don't go in
No.
during I don't with the Halloween decoration like and Spencer Gifts, Hot Topic and things like
Yeah.
that. Those are places that are I have a hard time
Yeah. Off
inhabiting.
limits for Suzanne.
Yes,
No, I
it
got you.
is. All
Yeah.
right. So yeah, lots of things happening from Manny
Yeah.
Jae Media. So let's talk about your show because you have a weekly show. Like let's talk about the time so folks could tune in and
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
right now, it's post-election. I needed a
Yeah.
break, and then
Take your break.
unfortunately, our producer, shout out to John, is majorly under the weather. Thank God it's not
Oh,
COVID or anything like
okay.
that. But I don't want to get sick, so I'm staying out of the
Yes.
studio for now. We do plan on coming back. I want to say this. We planned on this Friday, but I don't know if we're cleared up with the illness. So definitely
Yeah.
by well, next Friday is Thanksgiving, so the Friday after
Yeah,
that.
no, because I listen, ain't nobody
Um,
trying to watch Black Friday. We're trying to get deals on groceries.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah, we will be back.
Hmm.
Usually Fridays at 10, 10 is my show interviews,
Hmm.
and interviews, excuse me, is a show where we have the most amazing people I can find
Yeah.
to come and just sit with me, and
Hmm.
I pull out the interview of that person. So
Hmm.
what you see on the surface is great. That's why we have the cameras and everything for. But I want to pull that who you are deep down inside
Hmm.
out. Let's talk about it, and let's get some relativity. Is that a real word? I don't know. And inspiration out there into the community based on the people we have on the show.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
and so
I
that's
love
only
it.
one of a couple other shows. So the third Friday of every month, we're doing a show with the city manager.
Hmm.
Um,
And
we haven't
kudos for
quite
that.
figured out the name yet. I think it's Manny and the manager, but inside, I like to say, "Can I speak to your manager?" You know, with the attitude.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
it's your show.
Yeah,
Name it what you want.
we have fun with it.
You do.
But the city manager show is truly for you all in the community to
Hmm.
be able to speak directly to the city manager, either through me or through commenting, because we are live and you can comment on the show, and I can relay some of those questions to the manager,
Yeah.
and get feedback on what the city manager is doing um, to affect our daily lives, really.
Hmm.
And
Absolutely.
then the fourth Friday of every month, we have the mayor of Worcester.
Mm.
It's Manny and the Mayor, which is such a fun show. I really love doing it. Honestly, Mayor Petty, I just want to say for all those who may be wondering, first of all, I would do a monthly show with anybody who's willing to do it.
Yeah.
If they have some sort of way of basically inspiring the community is
Hmm.
really all I'm looking for. Um, and so the mayor being the mayor,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't understand like what his actual job is, what he does, how he
Hmm.
affects the city, and all that. So I like to talk about that, and let people know if you have a problem or you have something that needs to be resolved, exactly where you should go, and getting these
Hmm.
answers from the mayor directly, and also what types of things the mayor actually does handle, so you know you can go to him directly for that too. Um, but I just wanted to say, on a political level, the show isn't so much about that. We're not
Mm.
really talking about politics. We're talking about
Yeah.
people. And
Absolutely.
personally, the he's a fun guy. Like
Okay.
he's really cool. We get along well.
Good.
Um, you know, off the record type stuff, which is never salacious
So
or
off the record, but on the record.
I mean, it doesn't need to be on the record. It's not that important. And it's not that serious. It's just a really fun, down to earth, cool personality. And I
Hmm.
just wanted to get that out there because it's not always about just politics for me.
Yeah.
Um, and at the end of the day, he's human too, right?
Hmm.
Um, yeah. So if I think that doing this show is really important
Good.
and keeping the pulse on the political heartbeat of the city and
Hmm.
making sure they do what they got to do. And I think the most important thing about Manny and the Mayor
Hmm.
and the city manager show that I do is it brings some sense of accountability.
Hmm.
And by that I mean every month we record what's being said.
Yeah.
So when you say something to me and then you either, first of all, if you do it, that's great, right? Because we got a record of you
I
saying you're
love
going to
it.
do it.
Yes.
Now it's
And then
being
you
done.
do it.
But
Yes.
if you don't do it, we got a record of you saying it and it not being done. And now we have to
Yeah.
talk about and bring accountability to why things aren't getting done,
Yeah.
you know? And for example, um, one of the major things I feel that has been done is the mayor taking a closer look at the charter and rehashing out the charter and having a commission come together to see if there's certain things about the charter we may want to change. Basically, the charter is the rules and regulations of how the city is run. That hasn't been changed since 1984. Come to find out, actually, there's other cities where it's been even longer, but we
Mm.
don't live in other cities. We live
We
here,
live
so we're
here.
worrying about here.
Yes,
But the thing is,
absolutely.
one of the things I constantly advocated for with the mayor was we got to look at the charter,
Mm-hmm.
and we're looking at the charter, which I think is
Awesome.
amazing,
That's
you know?
fantastic.
Um,
Yeah.
and if there weren't results like that, I wouldn't be wasting my time because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, even though it looks like I'm kiki, haha, chummy, chummy, buddy, buddy with these people, I know who my people are and I know
Mm.
why I'm there. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget where I came from and never forget what my task,
Mm-hmm.
duty to me by, and in my belief, God
Mm-hmm.
is and
Mm-hmm.
needs to continue to be. I'm never going to be a millionaire. But as far as far as cash, I should say,
Take that
yeah,
back
take
on
it
the
back.
show.
You think so?
Take it
I
like
take it back.
all the
I
way
take it back.
back.
Intentions aren't to.
You're
I'm
not
not
motivated
worrying
by
about.
money.
Right,
Like say you're not motivated
right.
by money, but if it comes, it comes.
I'll take it. Listen,
Thank
my
you.
pocket's wide open for that.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
no, if it comes, it
Um,
comes.
but
But
my
that's not your
intentions are to
motivation.
make sure that the
Yeah.
community, my sons who do not, your daughters,
Yeah.
who do not have that platform and voice to advocate for themselves,
Yeah.
are the justice. I don't
Yeah.
know, but they're taken care of.
No, absolutely. Listen, I believe in media. I believe in what you do, and I believe in giving folks the opportunity to come on and speak to who they are. The show that you do with the city manager, the show that you do with the mayor gives them an opportunity to show a part of themselves that many folks are not familiar with, right?
Yeah,
So, kudos on doing that. I like you said. I mean, it's a public platform. I believe, like, think we're doing a public service,
yeah,
giving people the opportunity to come on. The only people that I would turn down from the show if they're going to come on the show and spread hate.
yeah.
If they're just going to come and
If you're spreading hate and nonsense, I don't got time
like
for you.
there's no point to it,
Yeah,
right? So if you can come on with somebody that has different views, I don't want everybody that thinks like me. I don't want everybody that believes the exact same thing that I
yeah,
do. But we should be able to have respectful dialogue.
yeah,
Although I will say, again, and I said this with Senator Kennedy the other day, if you voted for the other guy, I'm not ready for a conversation
yeah.
because I
Well,
truly believe you voted against my
and
rights.
the thing is with that, right?
You
As a
voted against my
woman,
rights,
as a
and you
woman,
voted against the rights of so many people. And do not come to me with Christianity because I'm a child of God and God is
yeah,
love. The, 45 it says he's not a Christian, so do not use that. Do not use anything. Do not you don't have a moral standpoint. You don't have a faith believing standpoint. You don't have a
yeah,
policy. You don't have an economic. You don't have a justice. You don't have a fairness. You don't have an equity. You don't have a racial. You do not have any standpoint. So I'm going to respectfully say, hey, do you?
right,
But for me and my house, I'm going to honor God first of all. And then the other thing I'm going to do is stand up for others who can't stand up for themselves.
right.
And if we can't
And take care of your own
have that,
peace,
like, yeah, if we can't have that,
because
then
yeah.
I'm good.
You know
So
what I noticed, and not to bring up the whole political thing. I'm not going to
it's
go
all
there.
right.
What I'm going to
We
bring up
can't
is
escape it. I mean,
what I want to bring up is kindness.
we would love to have a conversation
Ugh,
and not have it, but
not have that be involved. Yeah,
that
yeah,
but it's a fact of life, right? It's a fact of life. It's
yeah.
kind of like I'm a woman and you're a man. Like no
And
matter,
by the way,
we
that's
can't escape
anywhere you
it.
go.
Like we can't escape
Yeah,
it though. Like we
because I
can't
was
escape
talking to
it. It's a
somebody the
fact.
other day about Jamaica,
Yeah,
and listen, if you think politics here are bad,
I think it was me we're talking
it
to,
was
but
it you? Listen, I'd be forgetting. I'm sorry, my bad. But it's true.
so yeah.
You
Mm,
know, no matter where you go,
politics is
politics
politics,
are a part of life.
but it's important,
And you
Manny.
could choose to bury your head in the sand, which is what I wanted to do the first week.
You
I went
can.
on my Facebook the day after the election,
I did
and
not.
I didn't see a lot of yay, we have hope for the future and we're going to have, this and this set up where it's going to benefit the future of humanity and our country. No, I heard haha, losers, we won, go cry about it, you suck, this, that, like all kinds of very negative
Because it's
and
that
hateful
that's the
and
platform.
inciting banter.
That's the
And
platform.
and it was getting a reaction out of me, not that anybody else, well, you know now, but you didn't know then because I didn't put out a reaction. Um, where I was getting volatile, maybe even a little bit of like violent thoughts and things like that. And it's like, Manny, don't let them take your character. That's not who you
No.
are. It's not who you ever been. Um, this too shall pass.
Mm.
And, you just keep doing what you got to do and go let God lead you where you got to be led to. And I begrudgingly went back out, and my first interview was with Kevin of Mr. Munchies,
Mm-hmm.
who's an amazing
That I did see actually.
entrepreneur in the
Thought it was the other
community.
Kevin, but yeah.
And I loved it. It was so lighthearted
Yeah.
and just fun and positive and down to earth.
Mm.
And then when was it? The other day, I ended up going to another event where I ran into Robin Kennedy and some other. The mayor was there. The mayor's chief of staff, who I love so much, she's amazing too. Shout out Eliana, um, and some other people, other folks. And I'm like, yeah. So by the way, guys, I'm kind of done. We're not doing politics anymore.
You can't
I
stop.
can't do it.
Like,
And
well,
so
take a break.
they all
I
told
think
me
you can't
I
stop.
can't stop
You
because it's
cannot
very
stop.
important what meaning
We
you
need
and
it.
I both do, and
We need
other
it. We
media.
need it.
Yeah,
We need it. But take a
we
break.
need to be here for us
Take a
and
break.
not, we can't quiet down
Take
about
the
it.
rest of the year
Yeah.
off. Come
Oh,
back strong
sure.
in
It's the
January.
holidays. I'm going to
Come
enjoy the
back in
holidays.
January,
Yeah.
because I think now more than ever, I think we need transparency. So come back in
Yeah.
January, but yeah, take some
But in the
time off.
meantime,
In the
because I know we're
meantime,
running out of time and I
yes,
really want to get this point out.
like get the point out.
Can we be kind to each
Oh,
other? Like,
honey,
even if you voted for the man, I don't care anymore. Okay? It's the holidays. I just want to eat some turkey in peace. I just want to, go see some Christmas lights in peace. I just want to be
is
with my
it beans,
family.
greens, potato, tomato?
All of that, all that, all that. That's right. In peace. And I don't want to be fighting people. Listen, there's some people in my own family who voted differently than I did, who are a big reason why I'm living the life I'm living right now. But they're still my family. I still love them, and I still want to move forward with peace and love and kindness. And I think social media has emboldened people. Well, not just social media alone. The past 10 years,
Mm,
and how we allow people to act on the biggest stage of the world,
mm-hmm,
has kind of trickled down to how
mm-hmm,
people act and treat each other on social media. And the good thing about, well, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. It's good for some, bad for others. Is it's you have the protection of being behind a screen,
mm,
and those keyboard thugs come out hard body.
yeah,
And it's low key disgusting. I don't know
mm-hmm,
why you feel. If you got something to say, come talk to me about it. Let's come to a resolution.
mm,
Let's, even if we agree to disagree, shake hands and walk away peacefully. Is better than sitting there hurting people's feelings. You never know where people are at. And I've
mm,
been in a place where I was so fragile because I was just so depressed
mm-hmm,
from things going on in my life, that
mm-hmm,
the simplest little thing like,
mm,
um your team sucks, could send me over the edge.
mm.
There
I'm
are
glad you're
lives
not
at
there
risk.
now.
I'm
I'm
not there
glad you I
anymore,
know.
thank God, and I
I
haven't been
know.
there,
I'm
but there
glad
are a
you
lot of
haven't. Yes.
people out there who are
Absolutely.
there, and it doesn't hurt, and it pays nothing to be kind. And if you can't do that, as I grew up, a lot of people saying, not just my mom but everybody, if you have nothing nice to say nothing at all.
Don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's a great way to, wrap up the show. I think kindness does go a long way. Unfortunately, we have gotten away from it. I think cruelty is celebrated because that's why we have so many shows where people make fun of each other and just
Yeah.
like it's a thing. It's a national pastime, right?
Yeah.
And I always believe that if somebody has to put you down to feel better about themselves, it's because deep down they don't know,
Yeah. They're
believe
absolutely
they
projecting.
have low self-esteem
Yeah.
and they're projecting. And honestly, if other people's misery make you happy, work on yourself. Yeah, but be kind.
Yeah.
Seems so simple. So I am
And God's watching.
like, yeah,
Like,
yes.
fool yourself if you want to. And I want to say this too.
Play with somebody who
If it
don't play
ain't
with
God,
Jesus.
if you're an atheist or you believe in a different religion, just know this, that I personally believe, I don't, anyway, we're not going to get into my religious views. I just think, I believe that God resides in all of us,
He does.
okay? And even if he doesn't for you, your mind is very, very, very powerful. And
Mm,
you don't want to put yourself in a position in life where you start regretting the things that you did
mm,
and said to others
mm,
that's going to then put you down
mm.
and put you in a place where, life is short and you might end up, you don't, all I'm trying to say, you don't want to pass away with negativity and regret.
Absolutely. All right. So before we do end, though, I do want to give a shout out for the lineup because the lineup's on point.
Which lineup?
Your lineup, like the lineup.
Talk to me. Oh, my lineup. Thank you. I'm like, wait, are we talking about the lineup for the different show? Thank you. So thank you. That was so nice of you. Oh, you got me blushing. Stop it. Am I as red as my coat right now? So I want to send a huge shout out to my barber Jeffrey at 5 Star Barbershop on Vernon Street in Worcester.
Yeah.
They are a Latino-owned barbershop, small business, a dad, a husband, a great, great man. If you don't have a barber, I highly recommend you go there.
Okay.
And
I
they
like it.
they are bilingual, English and Spanish. So
Okay. Cool.
go up there and get yourself a sick lineup. Thank you. Thank you. I had
You look fresh. You look nice. I like
I
it.
appreciate
I
that. I
like
did it
it.
just for you. I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday, yesterday I was looking like Old Man Mountain. I had my wiry whiskers going
Oh,
everywhere, the gray strip, because I
yeah.
got the salt and pepper thing going on. I was like, I'm going on Suzanne's show, and as you can see, I can't already compete with this as I am now. So I needed to make sure I freshened up a little bit because I didn't want to look like I didn't want to look dirty.
You can
Come
come as you are,
Well,
but I
you
do
do say that.
appreciate
Everybody's welcome.
it.
That's it.
Come as
Yeah.
you are. Like I know to dress up,
Yeah.
and that's just me. But no, I do appreciate you. You look fly, my friend. You do.
Thank you.
You do. I
I
like it.
appreciate
Line up
that.
was sharp. That's the
Can,
first thing
before
I
we
do.
go,
Yes.
I just want to give a few shout outs. Is that okay?
Give a
We
few.
got some fun things
Yeah.
coming up.
Yes. Okay. Our red carpet for the Positively Suzanne Royal Holiday
It's
Ball,
gonna be so much
which
fun.
is
And we gonna
happening.
look fly.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I
December
was so nervous
14th.
last year, but this year I'm ready for it.
You're good. Like
Yeah.
you're good. It's like you're gonna be in your tux and I'm gonna be in a gown. We're gonna be
Yeah.
on the red
And I'm not gonna
carpet.
be have a hat on. I'm gonna have my hair did.
Welcome in, folks, on the red
Yeah.
carpet. It's just thank you for I'm so
Yeah.
excited
It's gonna be fun.
for that red carpet event. It's
And
so
I
much
love it
fun.
because you have everybody comes in dressed to the nine, and
Oh
they're
my
so
God,
beautiful, and they get to show off
beautiful.
their threads.
Yes, a little
Another
Hollywood in
thing,
Worcester.
it's a ticket sold out yet,
No, tickets are not sold out, so you're able to purchase your tickets on Eventbrite. It's
and
a
the
hundred
food's so
dollars for
good.
a ticket. If you do buy a couple's ticket, you get for $190, so you get like
Yeah,
$10 off.
that's a
Uh,
place I might drink some wine.
like you can do it if you're
Yeah, yeah.
so like I said, from 6 to 7, it's the red carpet. So come, it's streamed live on Manny Jae Media. Gorgeous dressing. The decor is fantastic. Get the
Paul
tickets
takes
on.
amazing pictures.
Pictures are fantastic. We do have the link to all the pictures from last year. Eventbrite, Positively Suzanne, or you can contact me directly,
Yeah,
to grab a ticket. But grab your ticket, grab your gown, your tux, and just come out and have a great time. It's a celebration for everybody. It's open to if you're a company, if you're a couple, if you're friends, just come. Last year was
yeah.
so fantastic. I have so many pictures with you on the dance floor, my
Last
friend, just
time,
getting
love fun.
down
I
with your
had me a
bad self.
good old time.
You did.
And the thing
You
is,
did it.
everybody who came, I feel like everybody wanted to interact with each other,
They
which is the
did.
beautiful thing.
They did.
So I was dancing a lot because I was dancing with a lot of people
Yeah,
and just
like
having
listen,
fun with all my
and
friends.
that's
It
the
was great.
beautiful thing.
Yeah,
It's intentional. Like one of the things that I try to create with every Positively Suzanne event, it's like folks feel included, and it
yeah,
feels like it's their space, and
yeah.
they don't
And
feel
it's a
left
safe
out.
space.
So yes. So
Because,
thank
and I'm
you.
gonna tell you, I was so, like I said, I was so nervous
Yes,
to do the
you
red
were.
carpet, and then afterwards,
Yeah,
for the ball, for the dinner and the
I'm so
dancing,
glad you stayed.
I was very nervous. I
Yeah,
didn't want to
yeah,
dance. I'm
yeah.
not really inherently a dancer.
Uh huh.
Um,
Uh huh.
well, thank you.
Uh
I'll
huh.
take that as a
You did
compliment.
well. You
So
did
I
well.
went and got a glass of wine with my
Yes,
dinner, and that relaxed me a little bit.
I
And
love
then
it.
a friend, can we shout out C real quick? Because
Mhm.
she's amazing.
She's
My friend
fantastic.
C kind of pulled me out of my chair
Yeah.
and said, "No, you're coming to dance with
She'll be
us." And we
there.
had a group dance, and
Yeah.
then I was able to go and dance on my own. We had
Awesome.
just such a great
We had a
time.
great time.
Yeah,
So that's what's upcoming. So I'm gonna have you because like my
yeah.
producer's looking at us
I'm sorry.
cross-eyed.
One more thing.
So like
December
do some
6th.
shout out. No, do your shout outs
That's what I was going to shout out.
and what's upcoming, and then we're
Yeah,
gonna say our goodbyes.
December 6th. So we're going to be at the
Oh my God, yes.
the Festival, what is it?
The tree lighting
The
thing.
tree
Is
lighting
it, yeah, yeah, yeah.
ceremony.
Is it Festival of Lights
I
or
don't know what it's
like yeah?
called.
So it's the Worcester. It's on the Worcester Common. It's from the city of Worcester.
Yeah,
It's the tree lighting.
yeah,
I know that you and I are going to be the first
that's right.
hosts. Unity Radio, and this is so beautiful. It's a collaboration with the media in
The
Worcester.
BIPOC
Like
media.
yes, the media in Worcester, blacks,
It's a
Latinos.
science.
So you have Unity Radio, you have Manny Jae Media, and you have Positive Vibe Studio.
Yeah,
And Manny and Positively Suzanne will be the host, and there'll be some other hosts from Unity Radio. But Manny and I are going to do it together, and
yeah,
it's going to be so much fun. So make sure you show up at City Hall, the Common on December 6th. It
that's right.
starts at get there early because
Yeah, I would say get there like 4 or 5, just for
Parking's a
parking alone.
beast.
Yeah,
And pop by, like get on the camera. We can
that'd
absolutely
be fun.
share that.
The city's annual festival of lights.
The city's annual festival of
Yeah,
lights.
which is beautiful
It
too.
is.
They're gonna have like a light tunnel.
I can't
They
wait.
have this. The tree
Yes,
is always
yes. I already
spectacular.
know what I'm
Yeah,
wearing.
we're gonna be in lights.
Like we're
Love it.
whatever, and then we get to go around and do that. So no, thank you for that. So
Yeah,
there's 2 events like we're co-hosting. So
that's
December
right.
6th, you and I will be emceeing, hosting, doing the 5 to 6 segment for the annual City of Lights, and then December
That's right.
14th the red carpet for the red carpet, and then we shut down the red carpet because then we're gonna go in and we're gonna eat some good food
Yeah.
and we're gonna have some fun on the dance floor. Anything else coming up
And I mean,
just for the
off the
year?
top of my head, I can't even
Like
think
we
of it,
forget,
but
I forgot.
yes,
Like
we have more surprises coming out to you. So what I would say is just stay tuned to Manny Jae Media on Facebook and Instagram. That's at MANNYJAEMEDIA. And we do often just pop up with things.
yeah.
The other day I did a the the Nipmuc art installation at the
Oh,
Worcester
okay.
Art Museum.
Yeah,
That wasn't planned. It wasn't prepared.
I love it.
But if you're watching Manny J Media, it'll tell you when we're live, and then you can get special surprises like that. I will say probably through Christmas and New Year, we're gonna take another
Awesome.
break. Spend time with the family,
Family
and
comes
then you and
first.
I will be back for the New Year with some special surprises.
Yes, baby. All right. So listen, it is always a pleasure
It's so much fun. Thank
doing a
you.
show with
Yeah,
you. And
thanks for
so
having me.
thank you for saying
And the
yes.
tea
Thank
was
you for
great.
coming on. Yeah, no, thank
Can
you.
I say Scottish breakfast?
Yeah,
It was good.
It's Scottish breakfast. I normally do an English breakfast, but this is a Scottish breakfast.
It was good. I drank both cups all the way down.
Did.
So,
So, and he has now learned that he can have these moments where he could just have a cup of tea and some
and a
lovely
bit of
chocolate
chocolate.
and a bit of chocolate.
A bit of chocolate.
And you can have some scones, darling.
Scones, darling.
Scones. You can
Cranberry
have,
scones
yes, you can have
from
some
Stop and
strawberry
Shop.
scones from Stop and Shop. You can head to Stop and Shop. You can get me some strawberry scones and you can have a cup of tea
That's right.
and, by yourself, like in that room. So,
Spoil
I
ourselves
think it's
so that
lovely.
we're at a nice
Yes.
level where we could just be kind.
Absolutely, because we got to take care of us if we want to
That's
go
right.
out there and take care of others,
I
right?
love it.
I love it. So let's say goodbye and then let's wrap this up.
All right. Well, I guess like it's the end of the year and stuff, and I just want to wish you happy holidays and even happier New Year.
All right, thank you so much. Well, thank you so much. I know you celebrate Christmas, so Merry Christmas to you.
That's right.
Yeah,
Thank
acting
you.
like we're not gonna see each other like 5 million times before that, but
But not on camera in front of everybody. I know. Well, that's right. Okay. All right. Well, I'll take my happy holidays back. I'll say it again.
thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I think I have proven that you can be doing the same thing and you can collaborate because,
That's right.
as he says, like something another, something another, something another. But I'm rooting for your success.
That's right. Bottom line, I'm rooting for your success.
For your success. So we all know that a rising tide lifts all boats. So let's continue to lift up each other. Thank you to my loyal viewers for tuning in. Thank you to my sponsor, Paul Anderson, our executive producer, Paul Anderson. And until next time, this is Positively Suzanne and
Manny Jae Media.
Toodles.
Peace.